Students, how did you get back at that teacher? I was a sophomore in high school who kept to myself, mostly interested in coding and building robots. I wasn't social at all, but I had two friends who shared my love of technology. We spent every afternoon in the computer lab working on circuit boards and programming microcontrollers for this little tech club we started. The problem was Brady, the principal's son. This kid was completely untouchable and he knew it. Brady made it his mission to torment anyone he considered a nerd, especially us tech kids. He once destroyed someone's entire science fair project the night before judging and called it an accident. The teachers just nodded and moved on. One Thursday afternoon, my two friends and I walked into our club room to find absolute carnage. Every single circuit board we'd been working on for months was smashed into pieces. Our 3D printer files had been completely wiped from the computer. Even worse, someone had stolen components from our laptops, making them basically useless. The janitor mentioned seeing the principal's kid messing around in the tech hallway earlier that day. We all knew it was Brady, but when we reported it to the administration, they said there was no concrete evidence, and they couldn't punish a student based on hearsay. The principal basically shrugged and told us these things happen. I was furious, but more than that, I was determined to catch him in the act. I spent the next 2 weeks using every penny of my savings to build something special. I took apart an old electric pencil sharpener and carefully installed a motion-triggered camera inside it. The camera was smaller than a thumb drive and programmed to automatically upload footage to a secure cloud server I set up. I placed the modified pencil sharpener in the corner of our supply room where it looked completely normal. Then I set the trap. During open house night, I made sure to leave a fake project list on the whiteboard that said, "New drone prototype arriving next week. $500 budget approved." I knew Brady would see it since his dad dragged him to every school event. 3 days later, the motion sensor triggered at 7:30 p.m. I got the notification on my phone during dinner but didn't check the footage until I got home. What I saw was perfect. Brady had used his dad's master key to get into the room after hours. The camera caught him pulling open every drawer, snapping a drone propeller in half, and even flipping off the camera lens before leaving. He had no idea he was being recorded, but I didn't stop there. I spent another week collecting more footage. Brady came back twice more, each time getting more destructive. He spray painted "Nerds Suck" on our whiteboard and tried to break into the locked cabinet where we kept expensive components. Once I had enough evidence, I didn't just report it to the school. I sent the footage anonymously to every teacher's email, the entire PTA mailing list, and most importantly, the school board's Community Oversight Committee. The subject line was simple: principal's son destroying school property. The response was immediate. Brady was suspended that same day for property destruction and theft. The principal tried to claim the footage was obtained without proper authorization, but the school board ruled that since it was on school property and captured criminal activity, it was completely valid evidence. The school had no choice but to reimburse our tech club for all the damaged equipment. We got a brand new 3D printer, replacement laptops, and enough components to build whatever we wanted. Brady's dad was also forced to issue a public apology at the next school board meeting. The best part happened 2 weeks later. Brady tried to get revenge by spreading rumors that I was a creepy stalker who filmed people. But by then, half the school had already seen the footage of him destroying our stuff and cursing at a camera. Nobody believed his lies, and most people just thought he was pathetic for getting outsmarted by the nerds he picked on. Brady never bothered us again after that.